everybody, welcome back behind the bar. This afternoon, or this evening, wherever you might be, I decided I wanted to do a very special beer review tonight. I wanted to do Julius from Treehouse, the #1 rated IPA in the world on Beer Advocate. It's a delicious beer. We reviewed it on this channel before, but I felt, what better time than right now to do it again. But I already started drinking it, which is kind of a problem because it goes against the whole appearance, taste, smell, final verdict, which would be 100 out of 100. And I guess it's gonna be a short video. I guess I don't care what you guys think, or you don't care what I think. Either way. As a matter of fact, do you guys not this one? What is? Fuck that can. What's this? Oh, snap. Elvis is here. Domed. The king is in the house tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That was a horrible intro to get to this point. I wanted to just be funny with this. I don't know why, but yeah, we're a minute 30 into this, and finally we're to the fucking point. Tonight, or this afternoon, behind the bar, we are doing what may be considered the rarest double IPA. I don't know. But Treehouse dropped the bomb last week and brought us the King Julius. Canned December 3rd. See if I can get that. December 3rd. Drink now! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. So guess what we're going to do? We're drinking it now. It's been sitting out for a bit, as I typically do with these beers. For those of you that don't know, King Julius is the daddy of Julius. This is a double IPA, American double IPA, coming in at 8.2% alcohol by volume. Pours out, and one of the reasons I did this, so just a little backstory, the reason I was actually wanted to do the beginning the way I did is I wanted to drink Julius before I drank this. A lot of people, the one review that I've seen on this, Nick did a battle beers with Julius and King Julius, and why that's fun, I feel this beer is enough to stand on its own. And you all have seen my thoughts on Julius. I don't need to repeat it. It's an amazing beer. I'm always a 99 or 100 with that beer, depending on the batch. It's ridiculous. So we're going to do the King on its own this evening and see what we think. The hype on this beer is huge. I hate being on the hype train, being the conductor. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. But I kind of had to on this one. There's no way around it. Everybody should know. If you're watching my videos, you probably know what King Julius is and what it's about. So I wanted to drink Julius beforehand so that I kind of had a fresh idea of what that is and see how this compares. Because I am going to compare it a little bit, but I do want to see kind of how it stands on its own. So that's what we're going to do. First pour, proper glassware, hazy AF. Hazy for days. It actually looks a little thicker. Just moving it around in the glass, maybe a little more wheat flour in this, or just from the grain bill being higher, it's just a little thicker. Thick, wide head, about a finger and a half when I poured it out. Great lacing already on the glass. Alcohol legs for days. But looks very similar to Julius in the glass. Looks almost identical. Looks amazing. With that said, let's see how she smells. Wow. So having just smelled Julius, and actually we can... Yeah. So take the smell of Julius, like, ×3. Like, it's mango for days. I'm gonna be honest, one of my favorite fruits and if you had to pick, like, a favorite smoothie, like, fruit smoothie that I get at places like Jamba Juice or anything like that, Smoothie King, mango is my go-to. And this is, like, mango, followed by peach, followed by orange, like pineapple, just papaya. God. So I heard that Treehouse, actually, I've said this in a few videos, that Treehouse needed to make candles. I heard they do now, and I'm pretty excited to get my hands on one at some point. This smells ridiculous. Having just had Julius, like, this takes the smell, the nose on Julius, and just says, boop, boop. Like, it's that, Jesus. Oh, kids, don't try this at home. This is ridiculous. Oh my God. Yeah, we're almost 7 minutes into this B, so let's give it a taste, see what we think. No promises to my reaction. So, hey, by the way, before I do drink this, huge shout out to Leo. Leo's my boy. Gets Treehouse. Glad I'm going to be seeing you again in a couple months, man. But thanks for hooking this up. I owe you. Debt is deep. So, with that said, guys, cheers. Well, that's different. Is this beer? I'll be back with you guys in a minute or two. Actually, I may need some alone time with this beer. Holy shit. That takes everything that is Julius. It changes it a little bit, though. I won't say that it's one of those that it's Julius times 3 like I did on the nose, because that's kind of how it smelled on the nose. It is Julius. You can tell that the beers are very similar, but the fruits that I get from Julius and the maltiness and everything that I kind of get out of that beer is a little different with this. I'm getting much more mango with this, much more pineapple with this, much more peach, whereas Julius I get more orange and melon. Seriously, it's mango pineapple juice with some peach. Like, that's but just amplified. Like, just the flavors on this are just so forward. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it just takes it and it just, like, it packs more in the same drink, like the same sip, and it just explodes in your mouth. Like, that sounds really bad. But it's... That is insane. It's insane. I haven't had this before. I've had the, JJJ Julius, which I think is like the triple version of that, and that was one of the best beer experiences I've ever had. Oh my God. So remember that video not too long ago? Actually, I'm going to come back to that. Let's break this down step by step as I normally would on my beer reviews. Malt bill, very minimal. As I always say, sets the table. The table is set. It's in place. Let's put all the food on it. Let's put the turkey. Let's put the dressing. Let's put the Thanksgiving dinner up on the table. The malt supports it. The hops are what you get from this beer. It's everything in this beer. It's the thing about this beer that is crazy is it feels like I'm still drinking it. Like, it is staying in my mouth. This is not drying at all. It is juicy. It doesn't finish dry. It finishes juicy. Like, my mouth is like, it's hard for me not to have just drool dripping out of my mouth right now. It is passion fruit. It is mango. At least to me, that's what I'm picking up the most. It is orange. It is pineapple. It is all the stone fruits. I mean, papaya, like passion fruit, like tropical fruits. But mostly it's that mango, the peach, the pineapple, the orange. Those four for sure I'm getting huge amounts of. Huge. God. And as this warms, it's popping even more. Like, I'm kind of letting it sit and talk a little bit, just because every time I take a drink of it, it just becomes more and more. Seriously, it's hard not to just constantly be swallowing on this. Oh my God. Let's warm this just a bit. Story with King Julius. This is one they did a long time ago that used to be when they were at their old brewery. That was kind of a brewery only release. And they're back in the barn, I believe, is kind of what it was. And they've done it 1 or 2 times since then. And they just dropped the bombshell this last week, as they've been doing lately. I mean, this week they dropped the bombshell with C23, which, review alert, coming soon. Yeah, but then you get just bombshell dropped. The lines were insane. Although I will say the lines for C23 today yesterday were ridiculous. They sold out of basically 450 cases of C23 almost in just 3 hours, which is ridiculous to me. So I'm just wasting time while I warm this up a bit. I could pause it and come back to it, but I don't need this review to be 20 minutes long, so. See, as it's warming, I mean, I let it warm for about 30 minutes before I drank it, but as it's warming even more, the mango, the pineapple, the peach, the orange, and I know I keep saying this over and over, is just punching me in the mouth. Like, I haven't drank it for 15 seconds. It tastes like it's still in my mouth. And I have like saliva that I keep having to swallow back. My saliva glands apparently love this beer because they're just flowing. They are aroused, if you will. This beer is ridiculous. This is insane. So if you remember a few reviews ago, and it's my 3rd most watched review, I did battle beers with Main Dinner and Haze. I've done Main Dinner against King Sue. As you know, Main Dinner has been my favorite double IPA forever, and it was replaced by Haze. The thing about Haze that I loved was just the mouthfeel, the creaminess, and then just all of those fruit flavors. There was some bitterness to it, and everything that went along with that. If you're interested, you can watch the review. Go to my channel, it's there. My biggest detraction for that beer, for Haze, that Dinner had it in spades, was the nose on that beer. And the nose is great, but I don't drink the nose. It smells amazing. Dinner kills it in that department. This beer smells ridiculous. It actually smells a lot like Dinner. It smells a lot like Dinner. A lot. So, take the fact that I love the nose on Dinner more. I love the taste on Haze more. Now take the taste on Haze and just throw it into the fire, and then I like this better because it is even more pungent, even more powerful. The creaminess is there. That typical treehouse creaminess that, you know, if you've watched my channel or any of the other people that drink a lot of treehouse and review their beers, like, this is tough. I feel like I was about to drool. Take all of that, and then you just multiply it. Like, the creaminess is there, but the flavors, just the fruitiness of these beers, the softness, oh my god, it's just, don't get me wrong, there is bitterness here. There is some bitterness. Right up front, you just get some bitterness that kind of rolls down your tongue and then is just coated by the fruits that I've described multiple times. It just coats it, and it just kind of takes over. So the bitterness gets you up front. So if you like a little bitterness in your beer, you're definitely getting that out of this. And then it just kind of slides across, goes crazy, and this crushes Haze. It crushes it. And I love Haze. I gave it 100. I said we're comparing 100 minus to 100 plus when I was doing Main Dinner and Haze. This is better than Haze. Do I just pluses like with an infinity symbol? Like, do I just do that? I don't. The hype train didn't get me, guys. This is not a hype train thing. This beer is ridiculous. I watched Nick's review. And Nick, if you watch this, I love your reviews. I will never go that long and do that many variations of it. It's just not going to happen. But I do like watching your reviews. But what he said was spot on. His reaction was spot on. Everything that he said was spot on. This beer it's like I've said a few times. I'm happy that people weren't complacent in how they made IPAs, because if so, we would be drinking Bell's Two-Hearted clones from now until forever, or Pliny the Elder clones from now until forever. Somebody decided to change it. They wanted to add a different kind of yeast. They wanted to do dry hopping differently. They wanted to do hopping differently. Let's put wheat flour in beers to see if we can add on mouthfeel and thicken up a beer a little bit. Mind blow. Treehouse, Trillium, Other Half, Grim, like, I mean, even Heady, to an extent, started the revolution, in my opinion. And I don't know what else to say. This beer didn't get thicker, but the pop of flavor in this beer, it takes everything I loved about Treehouse and it just explodes it. Here's what I'll tell you guys. I'm getting ready probably this weekend. I'm guessing Sunday-ish, Saturday, maybe Sunday. I'm going to start recording my top beers of 2015. And I'm also going to, at the same time, record a cellar tour. I don't have much of a cellar. It's not what it used to be. I've drank a lot lately because I realized life is short. And I've started drinking all of my better beers I've been saving. So there's not as much as there used to be, but I'm going to do a bar in front of the bar, basement, cellar. They're all kind of connected here. Tour. And I'm also going to do that. So 2 videos, spoiler alert, that are coming. So I'm going to be doing those, but this beer, if you watch my top 20, my top 15 of 2015 or top 10, I haven't decided yet. It just depends on how frustrated I get with it. I guarantee this fucker's on the list. I guarantee you it's really high, and I guarantee you it's going to be up there. It's going to be up there. Recap. It looks like Julius. Exactly like Julius, actually. I kind of wish I would have left a little bit in the glass and hadn't domed it. The mouthfeel is about the same, maybe slightly creamier, but everything else is just amplified. It's insane. Every time I think that a beer can't get better, and as I said, I'm glad breweries aren't being complacent. We're not getting these clones. These breweries are trying to advance styles and advance the art. Because as a home brewer and somebody that's wanted to open a brewery for a long time and is going to eventually try someday, I'm glad people are advancing the style. It makes me want to be better in my home brews. It makes me want to be a better brewery when we finally open. I don't want to make the same old styles. I'm glad people will buy them. I'm glad you can be successful. I'm glad you can sell the same crap that people have been selling for 20 years. It's not crap. It's good beer. It's great beer. Calm down, people that get bent out of shape about that. I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying that these people are advancing styles. This is the best double IPA I've ever had, and it's not close. It's not. This beer is over the top good. It is over the top good. It is literally like eating fruit, as Nick described it. Or just piling fruit into a blender, blending that shit up with nothing else in there, and just chewing through and drinking it. It's crazy. I'm at 18 minutes, and I could talk for a while on this. Apparently there's a version of green that is King Green that I would... There's a few things in my life I'd give up to get a can of that. Because green was my favorite Treehouse beer. At least my favorite regular Treehouse beer. I think C18 probably was still a little better. C22. C23 is coming soon, so we'll see what happens. But, I mean, this is by far my favorite Treehouse beer. So my favorite brewery just made my favorite beer. So, if you don't know yet, we are 100 out of 100. 200 out of 100 is what we're going with. I don't have a bell, and I don't know what happened to the whistle. The noisemaker? I think my daughter stole it. But I'm going to apologize to the can of green that I threw, but that's about where it belongs right now. So, we're going to leave it right there, guys. I finished the last of it on camera, so you got the glass with me. We just got that much left. That was the best sip I've had yet. Jesus. I will say this to everybody. Based on the week that I've had, beer is beer, guys. Keep it in perspective. Drink local. Support. Beer is a passion of mine, but life is short. Don't take that for granted. Don't take it for granted. Enjoy everything you have. Enjoy beer, but enjoy it with people. Because the people around you, when you're enjoying this beer, are more important than the beer you're drinking. I watched a review of Joe's recently, where he, if you don't know, Joe's one of my best friends. Whoa, hopefully that doesn't stop. Hold on. Edit that out. Sorry, my computer went to sleep there. I'm going to reset just a second because this is a serious point. Remember that the beer you drink is just to bring people together. I know I do this in a basement and I do it by myself, but Joe did a review recently where he said, the most important thing about beer is the people you share it with. And he was talking about he has Rare now and he's going to do a review, but he doesn't want to do it until he has somebody to drink it with because, let's be honest, that's the best part of this. And don't take that for granted. Remember that when you're doing trades, when you're doing all the other bullshit that goes along with this, keep that in mind. It's about who you share it with. And if it's not about that for you and it's a business, then get the fuck out of it. Get out of it, because this is something that's meant to be enjoyed. This is meant to bring people together, at least in my mind. That's what I do it for. I mean, most of my best friends, when we get together, we're enjoying beer, we're enjoying wine, we're enjoying each other, because it's just a byproduct of everything else. So keep that in mind when you're doing what you're doing with beer, because, I mean, I'm not saving beer anymore. I'm not cellaring beer anymore. I'm going to drink as much as I can and enjoy what I've accomplished and what I've acquired. Not accomplished, acquired. Because that's what it's meant to be. Get people together, enjoy each other's company, and remember that life is short, because you never know what's going to happen. You never do. And I can tell you that for sure based on the week that I've had this week and why you haven't seen a review from me for a while. I'm not one to get personal and to go into what's going on in my life, but just know that that's what it's meant for, guys. That's what it's meant for. So, with that said, King Julius, I hope you can get a can of it. If not, I've got one left. So, anybody that wants to share it with me that's local, I'd be happy to do so. And that's truth, because this is meant to be enjoyed, and it's the best IPA, double IPA, triple IPA I've ever had. So, if I can share that with somebody and give them a little joy and have some community and have some friends and have some fun times together, that's what it's worth to me. So I don't care what it is. So with that, I will leave it 100, 200, 300 out of 100. Thanks for coming behind the bar, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. My family and some times that weren't great actually got a little bit of humor out of making fun of my beer reviews this weekend or this week. So if at the very end of all of this, that's the only thing that comes out of it, that's fine with me. Because that's what we needed at the time. So with that said, King Julius behind the bar. Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for the likes, subscribes, comments. Keep them coming. I hope you guys keep watching. I hope you enjoy these. If you don't, leave me comments on what you guys want to see. I try to have a little fun with this one at the beginning, and I'll keep trying to have fun with them in the future. And we may even do a couple from other areas of the basement, so you guys can see the basement after I do the reviews. But people think I'm copying Joe because I do it in front of arcade games, but it doesn't matter. He's my brother, and he knows it. So to everybody else, keep having a good holiday season. Remember everything I've said when you're going out shopping for gifts, and remember that there's more to life than presents and everything that's going to go along with that. And this is kind of hard for me, but just keep that in mind and enjoy the holiday season. Enjoy your families. I'll probably do a few more reviews between now and then. I'm going to do quite a few tomorrow night before that'll be posted along the way. And but along the way, I'm going to keep saying it. Have a good holiday season, and enjoy beer and enjoy people, because that's what this is all about. Until next time, guys.